What if we were to design modern day Christian churches with the same cultural momentum that Christianity is currently experiencing? Now, in two previous videos, I spoke about how we would build off of what the Christians did in that first century after the passing of Jesus Christ, after the resurrection of Jesus Christ, I should say. Now, the entire reason for the Gospels, the entire reason for Christianity was to spread the gospel. And architecture is at its best when it's telling a story. When you look at Roman architecture, Greek architecture, Egyptian architecture, the ones that are most interesting are the ones that are telling a story of the past. Now, in Christian architecture, in early Christian architecture, and even in Neo-Gothic architecture, the arch has been a prevalent aesthetic gesture or feature within the architecture. Now, this arch speaks to both story as well as utility. So buttresses have arches. Stained glass windows have arches. So what I want to do is find what the replicate of that is in modern day form, because technology has advanced and also the story of Christianity has advanced and experienced many changes, and find a way to fuse that into the story of architecture of today. Now, I really want to focus on the sacred area of baptism. Now, when you go to any Christian church, not necessarily the Catholic Church, but Baptist Church, Seventh-day Adventist Church, Protestant Church, Lutheran Church, typically what you have is you have the pulpit and the baptismal area behind the pulpit. So it's almost hidden until you're ready to baptize someone. So you have to almost move the pulpit out of the way so people can look up on this stage to see someone get baptized. What I want to do is extract that baptismal process or that experience and put that into its own room. You center the area and make it round. The entire room is a round. Pool is in the center and it's round, and you have pews around it that ascend upward. And you can have a choir, you can have friends and family, and essentially individuals looking down at the person becoming baptized. And I think this creates a more heavenly, holy, and objectified aesthetic to evoke and emit remembrance and a story that one could create. So there could be whole baptismal sessions where 40 people get baptized and the choir singing around them in a circular fashion with circular pews around this central hierarchical area of baptism in the center. So now what you're doing is, instead of coupling the baptismal area both with the sanctuary's pulpit, you're extracting that baptismal area and putting that into its center. And so many other things can come from this. You can have light bouncing up off the ceiling, bouncing back into the space. Modern day stained glass windows that project different kinds of lighting. So blues to reds to oranges to greens. And I think we can really build on this idea. Deacons, deaconesses, pastors, priests, let me know how you feel about this in the comments. I'm on a quest to find the language in architecture of updated modern Christian architecture.